Hey, ever feel like an anime just grabs you by the throat from the first second? Dandadan Season 2 did exactly that. The July 3rd premiere literally blew up the internet, leaving us not just shocked, but seriously mind-blown. Get ready to dive deep into the wildest, most unexpected theories that are gonna flip your perception of the Dandadan universe. What the heck happened to Momo and Okarun? And can Gigi actually step up and be the hero we've been waiting for? In this epic breakdown, we're not just gonna dissect every insane moment from Dandadan Season 2's premiere episode, but we're gonna try and peek into the future. We'll analyze how the curse of this mysterious place messed with Momo and Okarun, and we'll throw out some bold predictions about Gigi's role in saving the day. We're talking the creepy Kitu family, the Mongolian Deathworm, and of course, all our hopes for where the plot goes next. Stick around till the end to catch our wildest forecasts. And while you're at it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our other deep dives into Dandadan and other lit anime. We'll be dropping them weekly, no cap. What up, Dandadan fam? It's finally here. Our favorite chaotic series is officially back. After 6 long, agonizing months of waiting, Dandadan Season 2 finally dropped on July 3rd, and it already knocked us out cold with just the first episode. Remember that Season 1 finale? That one that was so wild and unpredictable it left us speechless and with a million questions? Well, the Cursed Eye arc, which they've been hyping up for ages, started at full throttle, literally throwing us into a whirlwind of events. Even before the official streaming release, the first 3 episodes of Dandadan Season 2 had their premiere in theaters, and from what I heard, it was insane. People who got to catch the premiere on the big screen were raving about the insane animation, the sheer energy, and of course all the madness we've grown to love in Dandadan. And honestly, I'm not even surprised. From the very first second of the new season, we're dropped right into the thick of it. Our brave Momo, trying to chill in a hot spring, suddenly gets mobbed by a horde of crazy naked dudes, and that's when Turbo Granny steps in. Yep, that Turbo Granny, who, as always, doesn't mess around and literally obliterates all these uninvited guests. Her entrances are always iconic, but this one was just clutch. Meanwhile, what was going on with Gigi and Okarun? They were chilling at the house, which, as we quickly find out, holds way more secrets and dangers than it seemed. These landlords, they're not just quirky, they're straight up sinister. And it becomes super clear that they're deeply involved in some ancient, maybe even horrifying rituals. Every look, every move they make is steeped in madness and mystique. These aren't just eccentric hosts anymore. This is something way more disturbing. But the real nightmare kicked off when Momo returned to the house. The scene she walked into was straight out of a horror movie. Okarun and Gigi unconscious, tied up, and surrounded by those same naked, deranged landlords getting ready for some messed up sacrifice. Momo, despite the shock, didn't flinch. She's a true fighter, yo. She jumped into action, showing why she's one of the coolest anime heroines out there. Her signature moves, including the legendary Jennifer Lopez Anaconda, were absolutely bonkers. But even her incredible strength wasn't enough to handle all the enemies and figure out what in the actual F was happening. The most shocking reveal hit Momo when she punched through a wall and discovered a secret room. What she saw there changed everything. Turns out the whole house is built on an ancient, creepy altar. And that's when we get confirmation of our darkest suspicions. The Kitu family had been sacrificing people for centuries to some great serpent to stop a volcano from erupting. But who is this serpent? And here's where the peak craziness begins. This serpent turned out to be none other than a giant, disgusting Mongolian deathworm. Yes, the very one Okarun and Gigi had just read about in an article. Remember that? The article said these worms are usually about 1.5 to 2 meters long. That's around 6 feet, by the way. A 6-foot man-eating worm sounds scary enough, but something this massive? Yikes. Momo tried telling these buffoons that this wasn't some serpent god, but a man-eating earthworm. But they just kept dancing and dancing until they eventually got wiped off the map. Good riddance, Kitu family. We won't be missing you. But the shock didn't stop there. At the very end of the episode, we see Momo and Okarun, deep underground, unable to move. They're paralyzed, and even more unsettling, Okarun starts transforming into his Turbo-Granny form. This isn't just a side effect. It's a direct sign that this place is cursed and some powerful, sinister energy, maybe from the worm itself, maybe from the ancient altar, is actively messing with them. They're literally being consumed by this monstrous force. So fam, we've hit the most interesting part. What's next? Judging by the preview for the next episode, all hope now rests on Gigi. He's the only one of our trio who's still conscious and relatively sane. He's got to figure out a way to save Momo and Okarun while they're under the influence of this gnarly curse. But can he, our Gigi, who sometimes seems like a total liability, actually pull off such a massive task? Or will he finally lock in, as some people put it, and unleash his true potential? We're seriously hoping he does. Let's theorize a bit. What if Turbo Granny, even though Okarun is transforming into her form, can still provide some help from within? Maybe her spirit can influence the situation, even if Okarun isn't fully in control of the transformation. Or maybe this transformation is the key to overcoming the curse, and Okarun will finally unlock all the power hidden within him. My personal theory is that the curse of this place runs way deeper than just some Mongolian deathworm. It might be tied to millennia of accumulated evil energy from the countless sacrifices the Kitu family performed. This energy has permeated the entire land, and now it's affecting our heroes, especially Momo and Okarun, because they have paranormal abilities. Their bodies and souls are more susceptible to these kinds of influences. This could also explain why the landlords were acting so wild. They might have been under the pressure of this same psychic energy that was driving them insane. The main question that's been bugging me: how the heck are they gonna get out of this mess? And will we finally see Okarun's full potential? He honestly gets into situations where Momo has to bail him out way too often, or he just sells. No offense to him though, but now with Momo and himself in such grave danger, his abilities are absolutely crucial. It's time for Okarun to get it together and show us what he's made of. I'm rooting for him. What about you? So what are your thoughts, crew? What are your theories? What do you think is gonna happen to Gigi? Will he become the hero who saves the day? Or will he get into another ridiculous situation? Or maybe you've got your own crazy theory about the Mongolian deathworm or ancient curses? Drop your predictions in the comments below. I'm super hyped to read what you guys think. This Dandadan season is shaping up to be absolutely mind-blowing, full of unpredictable twists and turns, and as always, pure unadulterated chaos. I literally cannot wait for next week to see how this situation resolves and what awaits our heroes next. What about you? Definitely subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, so you don't miss our new videos on Dandadan and other awesome anime reviews and theories. We regularly drop content that'll help you dive deeper into your favorite universes. Also, smash that like button if you enjoyed this video, and of course share it with your friends. Let's get more fans to join our discussion. Your likes and subscriptions really help the channel grow big time. Catch you later.